Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends Strange Tales Moon Knight. Maybe the best Moon Knight figure ever, or at least that's what I've been told. Is it? I don't know. We're going to have to review it to find out. So let's go ahead and get him off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, before we look at the figure, I do want to show you my package. It's a fine package, it's square edge, that's nice artwork that makes the character, which is way cooler looking than the figure, look way cooler than the figure. There's the other spread of characters. I'm not going to be reviewing any more from this wave. I don't think anybody cares that much. I don't mean literally anybody. I know some of you love this stuff, but it's not a generally appealing wave, and I don't like any of the characters that I haven't reviewed yet, so I'm not going to. But there's the package. It looks like a Marvel Legends package. Here is the figure. It looks like a Marvel Legends figure. It stands roughly 16.5 centimeters to the top, about 16 to where his noggin would end. That's going to be about 6 1/4 and then 6 1/2, give or take. Here he is up against Darwin. And there, he's a little bit shorter. Darwin is a little bit shorter, that is. Okay, so this guy is in stock at Big Bad Toy Store. If you happen to want to get one, I'll put a link in the description below. But I don't think you probably should. Okay, let's talk about the aesthetics. Solid white figure with molded gold parts. These are painted. I was going to say these look nicer. These are painted, but the rest is molded. The cape is done pretty well. I'll give him that. The paint job for the cape, not terrible. There's a little fuzz going around the edges, but molded in white, painted in matte black. Not a bad look. The matte black is nice. The moon logo on his chest is certainly acceptable. The head sculpt in there is certainly acceptable. I do believe it's a reuse. He has the more modern Moon Knight hands with the knuckle guards and things. And the rest is just that blank body. Alright. And then we have the cape, which doesn't drape over his shoulders at all like it should, so it emphasizes the low, narrow, tiny shoulders that these figures have. It looks so dorky, guys, right off the bat, almost right off the bat. Don't buy this. If you aren't super invested in Moon Knight, this is not the one for you. Look at how goofy it looks because of the way they did the neck and head and shoulders. It looks like his head is from a different, it's not even connected to his body. It's in a different plane of existence. It's so far away and the shoulders are so low and tiny. This is not an impressive, badass looking Moon Knight. It is the bare minimum. No shading or anything. The best thing about this figure, honestly, is the matte black inside the cape, which is who cares, and the cape sculpt sucks. Doesn't drape over the shoulders, and it just looks like a flat piece of plastic. They put no effort into this cape at all. None. This is the laziest looking figure. We have these gauntlets and belt that are nice. That's nice, good. You added some details, some new additions in the cheapest way possible. They said, what can we do to make this as cheap as possible? And this is it. It's not appealing to look at all. So, aesthetically speaking, for Marvel Legends, this is going to get 0 out of 10. There's just no point, honestly. At this point, guys, you can't just keep buying figures because of the character. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but don't do it and expect them to make better figures. This figure is the most low-effort, goofy-looking superhero figure ever. Alright, and I just want to touch on one other thing. This guy doesn't have the Croc shoes like Vulcan body, but he does have the really weird feet. And somebody commented when I mentioned this in this guy's review that he has superhero-style feet. The shape is superhero. It's like a comic book character. Oh, we're complaining about feet now? Yes, because this is what our comic book characters look like. It looks like they're wearing weird pointy socks, which actually is the description for both of them, but more so in they're actually wearing socks sort of thing. There's a different shape going on. It makes a difference. Also, they're too big. Okay, so yeah, he looks goofy. As far as accessories go, we get the same white stick we've seen before, the same big and little moons before, the same alternate hands that can put the moons in the knuckles, which is a cool enough feature, so that's fine. And then we get this extra bonus accessory, which is a new one, which I'm sure is enough to get people to buy the holy terrible figure. So, 5 out of 10 for accessories. Okay, moving on to the articulation. Don't worry about moving the head because nope, the head's basically worthless. Alright, for the shoulders, these are some effective butterfly joints. I will give them that. Some of the best ones they've made, so that's nice. Shoulders themselves, if you tuck them in, do go better than horizontal. This body, though goofy looking, does have fairly good range of motion. Everything works pretty well on it. It does have the new pinless version of these limbs, which is just nuts to me. It's so lazy that they took old body parts and just made them pinless. just make new, better sculpts. We do have vertical hinges in this wrist, or vertical hinge in this wrist, which has a trigger finger. Weird choice there. Leaning back is okay. You get a pregnant belly. Leaning forward, yeah, we've seen this all before. It's a functional body. Legs do function pretty nicely. I don't need to go through everything. We've seen this body about 1,000 times. It is functional. It is one of their better functioning bodies. So that's a good thing for sure. But the figure is still not very good. The decent range of motion, I don't think, makes up for the goofiness, but you can decide for yourself if it does for you. Articulation's going to get an 8 out of 10 on this guy. It is one of their better posers. Alright, time for the final verdict. Should you get this? Only if you are a Moon Knight fanatic and don't care about the downsides. If you don't care about the downsides, then you're going to love it. If you do care about it, there are plenty. There are plenty. This is not an impressive figure at $26. It's not even close. Hasbro's profit margins on Legends must be through the roof. It's a shame they don't sell but only a few and then the rest go to Ollie's for discount, but weird marketing plan, weird everything plan. Make the crappiest figures you can possibly make and just take advantage of the people that are willing to pay it. Well, I guess it's not taken, I don't know, guys. They have enough people willing to buy bad figures that they keep making bad figures. It's really unfortunate. It's a really unfortunate situation. Alright, final verdict on this guy is going to be a 3 out of 10. I don't think it's worth owning, but if you really like Moon Knight, there are a couple things that you could find okay about it, I suppose. But no, I would buy any of the other Moon Knights, honestly. Almost literally any of them would be better than buying this one, if you ask me. That neck to head to shoulder area is just nuts. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day, and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.